All right, I am bored out of my mind right now. Decided to go up and take a little bit of a hike. It's Thursday afternoon, didn't think the trail would be too busy, but guess what? Every trail that I've been to has been filling up with cars. People from the valley been driving up because the valley cities here in California are in tighter lockdowns. And so they're like, let's go up to the rural areas, and kind of bothers me, but still gonna social distance. There's a lot of trail I can be hitting up around here without getting around people, so definitely gonna do that. And thought, you know what? I haven't vlogged in a long time. Put the camera down. Camera actually broke, sent it into Sony. They've sent it back since then. And yeah, seems like a good time to pick up the camera again and start creating some vids. I love nature, I love being outdoors, and so I figure might as well share it with you guys and see what happens, see what we can create. It's gonna feel good, stretching out my lungs. Definitely been pretty lazy these last 6 weeks. Haven't done much getting out, so probably hear me sucking wind on this trail. So, brought my trusty inhaler. I have seasonal allergies which affect my respiratory, and so I might have to give that a little bit of a huff too. All right, well, been walking 10 minutes, nothing long. Actually feeling pretty good. The uphill part's pretty much over with. One more little stretch before I get to part where it levels out. But anyways, just wanted to create something today. And one of the things that I've realized was life was really busy. Life was really, I guess, crazy, and we didn't even realize it. I think that's been the consensus of a lot of people right now. And here we have all this amazing, you know, places that we live, nature and even outdoors, and even like in inner cities where it's different than being out in like the forest, but with architecture and things like that, like it can really spur on creativity. But I think our creativity has really been lost in the noise of the day-to-day. And this whole like COVID-19 thing, regardless of what side of the fence you sit on, which I think is crazy to think about, it is real, it's a real thing. I think there's been a lot of like overreacting and underreacting on both sides, but regardless of what your position is, I've found that there's a lot of really cool things that have actually come out of this season for the world. And something that me and my wife have done, we put a little table out on our front patio, which faces our street. We have a big backyard, which is what we normally use, and we sit back there and it's sheltered, it's all fenced in, we can't see anyone. But we've been actually sitting out there and having wine and cheese and, you know, just watching, you know, the sun go down or whatever. And the whole neighborhood seems to be alive again. Like people are out walking and walking their dogs, they're with their family, they're with their kids and things like that. And I don't know, it's something that I haven't really seen since I was a kid. And I remember growing up, just especially in the spring and the summertime, where dinner would be over and we would take a family walk around the neighborhood, and maybe we'd turn on a TV. We had cable back then, you know. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but we had maybe 25, 24 channels, and we'd watch maybe 1 or 2 shows that we actually had to wait for. We couldn't like stream it later. Like we had to actually like at 6 o'clock turn it on and watch the X-Files and things like that. But I noticed that we're actually getting back more than we're losing. And so that's something that I'm really challenged with. Is there's a lot of things that I don't want to see myself go back into. There's a lot of, I don't know, habits and routines that I definitely don't want to go back into when this thing's over. And for the rest of the world, like I don't want to see us go back into that headspace that we were in. And so yeah, this has been awesome, and I think I'm just gonna use my camera and try to shoot some B-roll. I'm not really good at this thing, but I don't know, you guys let me know what you think. All 2 of you are probably gonna watch this. So anyways, I'm gonna get to it. So here's a funny thing. I was gonna take some B-roll with my drone, and I haven't flown it in so long that my iPhone dumped the app. And so I have to re-download the app to fly my drone. And I'm up in the mountains, so I have very little LTE service right now. All right, sweet, it looks like it's gonna happen. So now we're gonna be able to roll some drone footage. Fingers crossed. And I got my camera propped up on this boulder right now, and it's kind of sketching me out, but I think it's going to be good, and if it does fall, it's going to fall towards me so I could catch it. Anyways, yeah, so I really believe that everyone who is alive, still breathing, has a pulse, has the capability to create. I honestly don't believe there's a human alive that does not have it within them to be able to create something artistically. I know a lot of people really feel like they don't have a creative bone in their body, but I actually think that tends to get buried by, I don't know, societal constructs and expectations of what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to do it. And I really feel like a lot of times the creative aspect of life is actually looked down on because it doesn't look like it's productive. I think we're such a productive driven society that we end up actually pushing people into this mold of just productivity and not actually accomplishing anything that makes you come alive. And I think that's why we see a lot of anxiety and stress and burnout and divorce and unhappiness in general. And man, in North America, we have such a huge population of people on like antidepressants and all this stuff. And not that productivity is bad, like obviously, like we have to grind, we got to do stuff. But there is a real problem in our culture that says that if you're out creating and you want to be an artist or you want to be a photographer, that that's somehow less of a calling, that that's somehow less noble to do than becoming an accountant or anything like that. And not that being an accountant's bad. I think obviously we need accountants. I love our accountant, and I think accounting is in a form in itself creativity, you know, seeing how numbers come alive in people's heads. But I really want to start breaking the mold in our culture that if you want to be a creative, where you're painting, you're a writer, you're a photographer, a videographer, whatever it might be, that's somehow less than the other things. I feel so much more alive when I'm able to come out into, you know, places like this and have my camera and you know, even have like a fishing pole. You know, I'm a mountain guy, I love fishing and stuff like that. So I think, you know, I just really want to encourage all of us to be able to get out there and to create something. Get out there and tap into that deep down well that you've allowed to dry up, and harness that and pull that back up. And you know what? It's like, you guys, we're not doing anything right now. I mean, from the looks of it, at least in California, we're going to be staying at home, whatever that means, for at least another month. And so get out there and figure out what to do. Get a camera, use your iPhone if you have to. Start writing, start painting, start drawing, whatever it might be, and start creating, because I really think that I've realized for myself that this is actually what has gotten me through. This is what's getting me through, even thinking about what to create, thinking about content, thinking about video, thinking about photography. This is what is actually getting me through sort of the isolation and not being able to be around people right now. And so yeah, hopefully this encourages you guys, pick something up, start creating, be productive in areas that make you come alive. And if you don't know what makes you come alive, what is it in your heart of hearts that if you were to flip a switch and you could do anything right now, what would that thing be? That's a great question to ask yourself, and a great question to start with. So anyways, sun is totally going down. It's probably even getting dark right here. I need to pack up and I need to roll out of here. I'm starving. I haven't had anything to eat since breakfast. All right, see you on the other side. Crazy, man, this trail is getting so overgrown. Yep, see what I mean? Whoop, whoop. Hey there. That's a nice waterfall right there. Yep. Oh my goodness, this tree fell down, blocking the trail here. Now we gotta overland my butt to the side of it. Whew. That's right. Looking nice. Beautiful evening. It's actually not too chilly right now. I'm still in a t-shirt. I did bring a hoodie just in case, but man, it's been a great day. That oak tree, man, that's such a pretty tree too. Must have gotten knocked out by a storm here. It's huge. Look at, there's a piece way back there. Here. Comes all the way over here. And someone left their freaking trash right there. I usually pick up the trash because that's the right thing to do. But I'm just a little bit sketched out with this whole coronavirus thing. And I don't know what people have been touching and what they're putting in there, so not today, nature, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll come back with some rubber gloves. But man, there's a lot of trash once you get down here towards the parking lot. Like back there, just freaking trash hanging off of a tree branch. Unbelievable, people. Well, made it to the car. Definitely pretty late. This image is probably pretty dark and dirty. But anyways, taking the long way home around the lake, and actually made myself a pot of coffee. I know it's kind of late right now. It's almost 8 o'clock at night. But I thought, why not? So I turned on some tunes, sat in the back of my truck, and made some coffee. So it's a good day. And yeah, hopefully I get to see anything that you guys create. Read something, that might be nice. Write a song, take a picture. Some pretty cool things on Instagram right now. I think 40 days of creativity, where you're supposed to create at least one thing every day. And it could be a stick figure or it could be a Mona Lisa, but just trying to create something. So anyways, on that note, it's really dark, really windy right now because the windows are down. That's because my window tint's even darker and you wouldn't be able to see anything if I had my windows up. So anyways, I'll catch you the next time. I'm going to try to do a vlog, at least one vlog a week right now, and we'll see what happens. All right, thanks for watching. Peace.